What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Charles Van Horn Show. I want to touch on a subject matter that has been in the headlines for the last few days. It's very hard to actually wrap our minds around what's happening in our country during this dystopian period. We have ICE thugs who are serving at the pleasure of our dictator in chief and his administration, who go through neighborhoods terrorizing communities. And these thugs actually gunned down this Minneapolis mom by the name of Renee Good just a few days ago. It was cold-blooded murder. Everyone who saw it was able to witness it. It doesn't matter how they spin these theories or how they try to spin the narrative. It was all in black and white, and it was available for everyone to see. She was murdered in cold blood. And it should not have happened, but guess what? This has been happening for decades. And I want to let everyone know that we must get behind the family, must get behind that neighborhood and show them our love and appreciation and our support, and let them know that we are with them during this tragic time. But hopefully this tragic death can highlight what has been happening in our country and has been swept under the rug for so many years. What happened to this white woman is what has been happening to Black America for decades. I'm not in any way downgrading her tragedy, but I want us to focus on what we need to do for outlawlessness in this country. This is not law-abiding behavior by the tyrannical government that we have in power now, but it has been sort of, nuanced how it has happened over the decades. Government hasn't really gotten behind the effort to hold out of control police departments accountable. And so the tragedy keep reoccurring over and over. It's just like a needle playing on a scratched record. It stays in that groove and it just keeps happening. No matter how many times you move it out of the groove, it finds a way of returning to that worn out groove. And so our thoughts and prayers are with Renee Good and her family. But I also want to let you know that over the past few decades, there have been countless numbers of Black Americans who have been unalived under questionable circumstances. Nothing was done. These people who actually committed these crimes, most of them were never brought to justice, and they were given what is called police qualified immunity, where they were not held accountable for their actions. Usually their labor departments, their unions that represent the police department actually serves as a buffer to keep the community from finding out the facts. So once again, we want to remember Miss Renee Good and her family. But let's also add to the record for the last decades the notable mentions of Black Americans who have been killed or unalived by police. These these Black Americans were innocent. We have Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Ezell Ford, Tanisha Anderson, Akia Gurley, Tamir Rice, Freddie Gray, Philando Castile, Stephon Clark, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Deontay Wright, Tyrese Nicholson. And guess what? That's just the small list. That's the list of the people we know. There are hundreds and hundreds of more that we don't know, whose names have been lost to history because all of the all of the facts and the evidence has been swept under the rug. We really need to take away qualified immunity. We need to hold law enforcement accountable for their actions. And another thing, police should not be able to investigate their own crimes. That's just the craziest thing I ever heard. It's almost like giving a bank robber the chance to be the judge at his own trial. That's crazy. Police should not be able to investigate themselves for crimes committed against the public. So once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's just my opinion on this matter. And let me know what you think. Leave your comments and also follow me on all social media platforms, Charles Van Horn 53. Until next time, stay safe and please stay woke.